In Mexico, more young people leave the rainforest for city life every year, making it hard to find cocoa farmers willing to stay and tend to the land. Alma is one of a small number of young farmers defying this trend. 4 years ago, Alma left city life as an architect behind her, returning to Comalcalco, the cocoa capital of Tabasco, to embrace her family's heritage in cocoa farming. As a friend of the Cocoa Circle, she welcomes us at her plantation just after the year's first harvest to share more about her transition to cocoa farming.
My mom and my dad started this project obviously like years ago, no? But for me it was like my mom's hobby or her way to connect with my grandfather. When I came here on vacations, I didn't even distinguish between cacao trees or other trees. For me, everything was like monte. So I started screwing my first two fermentation crops because I was really into reading all the literature about how fermentation should be done. And actually, my first fermentation box, I was like, 1 more day. And Daniel was like, I don't think so, but if you want 1 more day. And I was like, because I was cutting the beans and not seeing like that much
difference.
Yeah. So now, of course, I understand that it's not only cutting the beans, you also have to see the color, the smell.
Yeah. What color should it have after fermentation?
It has to be like browner. This is fresh,
yes,
almost white.
It looks like almond.
Yeah. So by the second, third day, it's like alcohol.
Yes.
It's still like this color, but you can smell it really like alcohol. Mm-hmm. And then by the third, fourth day, then it started to get a little bit more brown. So, and what you don't want to see is turn it dark, black. That's not a good sign.
Of Alma's 2,400 cocoa trees, this year's harvest reaped only 5,000 cocoa pods. It's an indication of just how much labor is involved to collect the pods before extracting the pulp used for cocoa or chocolate making. Alma works mostly with a variety native to Tabasco, Criollo Almendra Blanco, carefully assessing each of the cocoa beans before passing them through fermentation.
Also, not all 5,000 are gonna be used here. As you've been seeing, there are pods that are damaged or bad.
Yeah, I saw that. What happened?
So we divide them. We also use them, but we don't include them in the fermentation box because the fermentation, we need to have the most homogeneous, like the same, the same bean. So all the process is the same for all the beans.
So you warrant the quality like that?
Yeah.
And this you told me is a white cacao.
It's easier for chocolate makers to do chocolate with this kind of bean because they don't need to add more fat. Usually what cacao makers have to do sometimes is that if the bean or la pasta is not smooth enough, they have to add fat, which is called manteca de cacao, which is also from beans, but it's another process.
It's finished. It's crazy. That was quick. Is this all you? All the way to the end?
All the way so you can see.
Walking through Finca Las Delias, there's an incredible mix of plants and trees. This biodiversity encourages a healthier ecosystem for both cocoa trees and native flora and fauna to thrive. While Almendra Blanca makes up about 80% of the cocoa trees at Finca Las Delias, Alma has also been careful to ensure there's diversity among her cocoa trees, helping to build resistance against plague and disease. She achieves this partly through a cultivation technique called grafting, which also speeds up the process of maturation, meaning the tree bears its first harvest sooner.
This is like the variety that we first put on the soil, and then we put this injerto, which is this is the one that is Almendra Blanca.
Yes.
So you can see these are
green. Ah, I see it.
Yeah. It was this tree originally.
Yes.
And when it was baby,
yes,
you put the leaf of another one
inside,
and they start growing.
Really?
And then you start cutting the original one until this one becomes.
It's the same one.
Yeah. what I'm trying to explain here is the kind of cultivo, how it's cultivated. There are two forms of how you cultivate cacao. The original one is by seed. You have the seeds, you put it on the soil, it grows.
Okay.
And those are really, really tall, which are like the original old cacao farms.
Yeah.
That you have to harvest the mazorca from the leaves, right?
Because they're really big.
Yeah, but those you have. If you start that, you have to wait around 8 years until you have your first harvest.
So you get a tree, you insert a plant, and then it grows. And how long does that take?
For production, 3 years.
Oh.
So that's why, even though we are in our 10th year, we've been harvesting around 6 years.
I heard yesterday that even though cacao prices increased, you didn't.
Yeah, I kept it because I'm having this relationship with my customers that are chocolate makers.
Yeah.
That is not just about the commercial transaction, no? It's not. Also, for example, something that happens a lot in this business is that if you are a chocolate maker and you contact a cacao farmer and the cacao farmer sends you something and when the chocolate maker receive it, it's not with quality, the decision of the chocolate maker is I won't buy to him anymore.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
So it's not helping for
the long term.
Yeah, and it's not helping neither the chocolate maker, neither the cacao farmer, because the cacao farmer won't know what he did wrong.
Yeah.
So what I have with my customers is a relationship that if they have any questions or if they perceive some smells that they are not sure if they are normal or not, we have this communication.
So you can learn as well.
Yeah, and I can tell them, don't worry, you can roast it. If roasted still you are not happy with it, then we will send you another batch. Because most of the time people are not used to the smells of cacao beans just fermented and dry.
Yeah. What are they used to?
I think we are really used to the commercial smells and sugar.
Yeah.
So we have to relearn how to taste things. Really, there's a misconception that chocolate is bad for you because it gives you pimples or it gets you fat, but that's the commercial chocolate. Actually, the cacao
is good.
It's a superfood. It's super healthy. People ask me sometimes if we are planning to do the whole thing cacao, but I don't think. For now, I think we wanna keep it like we have.
Yeah.
Mostly because first we have to improve the production, mostly because I think that the working process we have it in its finest.
Yeah.
But we need to improve how much we are harvesting in order for it to be sustainable. Right now, we need to take money to pay the team that works in the cacao the whole year from other places. So we need this to be more productive, which I think we can. It's not like a crazy idea.
Alma's story is one of perseverance and a commitment to quality. She fiercely believes she can make her plantation a productive one that sustains the livelihoods of all of her workers and provides value for her customers too. In a changing climate and a shifting world, she chooses to farm with intention, to protect what's rare, and to reimagine cocoa as something not just grown, but deeply understood.